Well, hey, assalamu alaikum everybody. How are we doing today? So, we are officially raising money, as you guys have seen, for the Malik Center, Masjid Al-Latif and Interfaith Community Center, which we will be opening in New Hampshire, inshallah, sometime at the beginning of October. We are hoping to put all the funds together necessary and get out of town and get to New Hampshire sometime in the beginning of September and begin the remodel on the property that has been donated to us to open a new masjid in New Hampshire. Now, my vision for this whole project is an interfaith and intrafaith community center. So what that means is that we will be an anti-sectarianism community. The community of Muslims in this area, in the tri-state area of southeastern Vermont, northwestern Massachusetts, and southwestern New Hampshire, those three areas where we'll be able to service because of our location. The Muslim communities in those areas, regardless of whether they're Sunni or Shia or Sufi or whatever, are very, very small. So if those people are to have a place to pray, that means that we are going to have to offer it. We're also not going to have any speakers who come to our community are not going to be allowed to engage in sectarian rhetoric. If you do, you simply won't be invited back. We'll also be offering our prayer space on days the Muslim community is not using it to other minority faiths in the area. When I spoke to Mark Edge about it, he said that the Quakers in the area are actually looking for a place that they can come and use as a dedicated worship space. And we would like to provide that space to them, free of charge. It's just something, please come and utilize the space. If you'd like to leave a donation, please do. If not, then have a good day. But we want to do that for minority churches and faiths in the area. The local synagogue wants to come. Please come use our space on Fridays. We're also going to have a live-in caretaker, so that means that we'll be open for Fajr prayer and Dhuhr and Asr and Isha and Maghrib. All the prayers will be open. We'll also offer itikaf. In the photo of the building that you saw me post, the men's entrance will most likely be around the back. The ladies' entrance will be that large 10 by 34 foot area on the left. That area during the day, in the wintertime, we will open around 10 a.m. because the homeless shelters kick everybody out around 7. We'll open around 10 a.m. and we'll offer... we're going to cut a hole out in the far end wall and put another door in and just make it to where people can come in one end and file through, get a cup of coffee, print off resumes if they need to, and then come back out the other door. Stay inside for 10 or 15 minutes. There'll be a wood-burning stove in there to help people warm up. We're also thinking about putting some chimeneas in the front yard area so that when people aren't inside, they can still have a way to kind of warm up a little bit, and offer like a warming station to the local homeless population there, because it gets extremely cold in New Hampshire, and that's one of the things that all the homeless shelters share, is that around 7 a.m. everybody has to leave and nobody can usually come back till around nightfall. So during the middle of the day, we want to offer a place for people to come and have a warm drink and a place to warm up and, like I said, print resumes off and stuff like that, so that they can go out and job hunt or whatever they need to do to kind of further their plight in life. That's the plans thus far. Now, what we want to take the money that we would normally spend on a mortgage, because this property's been donated, and use that to invite good Muslim speakers. So people like Imam Zaid and Yasser Qadhi and Hamza Yusuf and Sahib Webb and Osama Saleh, Habib Ali. We want to invite these people in lieu of spending money on the mortgage. Eventually, once we get big enough, we want to actually take the money that we would normally spend on a mortgage and create an activist trust fund where activist groups will apply once a month with their idea for something that they're doing, and we will reward them with $1,000 donation from our mosque to them to get whatever their little project is that they're working on off the ground. And we'll want to source people from all over the country, not just in New Hampshire. But that's something that's like 2 or 3 years down the line. Once we get good and established, the finances are rolling really well. We want to use the money we would normally spend on a mortgage to facilitate better work in the community all over the country. But that's the vision that we have for this, is an open community that is open to anybody who calls themselves Muslim, so that they can have a place to come and pray, and also a place to give back to the community, because this has been a donated space, to donate that space to other minority religious groups in the area, like the Quakers or the Shire Free Church, or whatever it may be, so that they can have a dedicated prayer space as well, because this has been given to us, and we want to use that as a way to get back to our local community. So yeah, the link is is in the video description. Please click the link. Give $5, $10, $20, $100, $500, $1,000, whatever you want to give to help us get this off the ground. We're just doing a remodel to the building. Like I said, we want to knock that door down. We want to put some new carpets in, that kind of stuff. And that's going to cost us about $11,000, and we need to raise that money as soon as we can, so we can get this stuff rolling, get off of the ground, get headed to New Hampshire, and finally get this vision of ours fulfilled. So thank you for your time today. Share the video. Encourage your friends to share the video. Encourage your friends to contribute to the effort. And you guys have a great day. Thank you.